Okay, so we all trust our password managers to be these impenetrable digital fortresses, right? Guarding our entire online lives. But what if I told you that the fortress itself, the very thing that's supposed to protect you, is actually the biggest weak point? Today, we're going to look at a completely different way to think about password security.
Just let that sink in for a second. What if the place you keep all your most valuable secrets was completely empty? It sounds kind of wild, but it's a radical idea that flips the entire security model on its head. And it's the core concept behind a really clever tool called SMP Nano. So to really get why having an empty vault is so powerful, we first have to talk about the fundamental problem, the big dilemma that pretty much every other password manager out there has to deal with. We're all familiar with this model. You know the drill. You have one single master password that unlocks a secure, encrypted vault. And inside that vault, you've got all your other passwords, just waiting. It feels safe, like a digital safe deposit box. And this right here is the crucial point. By putting all of your secrets into one single place, that vault becomes an incredibly tempting target for attackers. It's a digital honeypot. If they can just crack that one master password, they get everything. It's the classic case of putting all your eggs in one very attractive basket. So really, it's a tale of two completely different approaches. On one side, you have the traditional vault-based manager. Its whole job is to store your encrypted secrets, which, as we've seen, creates that central target. But on the other side, you've got the vaultless model. And what's its defining feature? It stores nothing, zero. And if it stores nothing, there's no central honeypot to attack, the target is just gone.
Okay, so you're probably asking, how is that even possible? A password manager that doesn't store passwords. Well, it's all made possible by a tool that was designed from the ground up around this very principle. So let's talk about SM Nano. And this definition, taken straight from its own files, is just beautifully simple. SMP Nano doesn't store your passwords, it derives them. That means it calculates the correct password for any website on the fly every single time without ever needing to save it anywhere.
Now, I know this might sound like some kind of magic trick, but it's really just pure, clever cryptography. The best way to think about it is like a complex, secret recipe. So let's break down the ingredients and the steps to see exactly how it works.
So here's that recipe. Step 1, you've got your ingredients, your one master secret, the only thing you have to remember, plus the context of the website you're on. Step 2 is something called key hardening. This is where it gets really tough for attackers. It uses a function called PBKDF2 to process your secret 200,000 times. It's like putting it in a cryptographic blender, making it incredibly hard to guess. Then for step 3, we have the unique mix. A function called HMAC acts like a secret spice, creating a signature that is completely unique to that one site. And finally, step 4, the final product. That unique signature is used to generate the exact same complex password every single time you need it. The key here, nothing is ever saved.
But this vaultless philosophy isn't just some abstract tech idea. It actually allows for some incredibly smart and practical security features that protect you out in the real world.
For instance, have you ever worried about leaving a password just sitting on your clipboard? Well, a paste and clear feature automatically wipes it after you use it. Or what about accidentally pasting your master secret into a password field? There's a context-aware reset that's smart enough to know you're on a new password page and it clears the master secret from memory. It's just filled with these small, smart details that show a real understanding of how people actually use the web.
Now look, it's one thing for a developer to claim their software is secure. That's easy. It's another thing entirely to have it proven by independent experts who are paid to find flaws. An independent audit by CyberSecurity Security put SMP Nano to the test, and the results, well, they speak for themselves. The cryptographic core was rated excellent. Its ability to mitigate threats was successful. And most importantly, its data flow was verified vaultless. This is pretty much the gold standard, the rubber stamp of approval from the experts.
And this quote from the audit summary really says it all. For a browser extension, which has to live in a potentially hostile environment, to be called remarkably robust is some of the highest praise you can get. It validates the entire vaultless concept and how it was built.
So we end right back where we began, with that big question. By shifting from a model of storing secrets to deriving them, this vaultless architecture fundamentally changes the whole game. It suggests a future where the goal isn't just to build a better fortress, but to realize we might not need one at all.